The Arizona podcast is brought to you by Giant Protective Coatings, a flooring company that specializes in epoxy flooring and concrete resurfacing systems. They speak Spanish, they're in the LA area, and they are an amazing company to work with. They have awesome customer service and they give you honest quotes with great work, and I couldn't recommend them enough. So if you use the promo code Arrows Up, you get a 15% off on your next project. So call them, reach out to them. You can find them at on the internet, triumphcoatingsca.com, and you can request a free quote and all that fun stuff. You can follow them on Instagram, triumph underscore coatings, and they do speak Spanish and they do great work, like I said. So check them out. Promo code Arrows Up, 15% off your next project. Happy 4th of July. On this episode of the pod, David and I talk about the most delusional age a human being goes through. We get into my casual stage of UFC consumption and crashing out, get into all of that. So it's good to talk to him on this 4th of July. There is a big soccer game coming up on Sunday, Mexico USA Gold Cup, which doesn't mean much in terms of qualification for World Cup. They both hosting it, so they both make it. But it does mean a lot in terms of bragging rights and who is the big dog in CONCACAF. And that's why that matters. And it's, dare I say, a must-win for Mexico. For the USA, not so much, just because they have their B squad there. But for Mexico, it's a must-win. They have to win this game and kind of put themselves on the map. They've won the Gold Cup, the Nations League, but they haven't done it versus the USA. And this is a big moment for this club, for this team that has had trouble with the USA, especially in championship moments. They have to win, and it's a big game for them to win. And so we'll see how it all turns out. So hope you enjoyed the pod. Here we go.
Bueno,
Yo,
I'm still not used to the baby face germ,
bro, this is me till September 1st.
bro. This is like taking me back, like Monday nights outside of Ebenezer playing baseball.
All I need is the long hair,
I was
huh?
about to say the long hair and Jose Andres calling you Pedro, and I'm like, what are
Uh,
you talking about? What is this? And you would always get all like you would like start blushing. You'd be like, really? You think so? You'd be all like,
I
stop.
I used to think the like when you put the cap and the hair curls up, and I'm like, oh man, that's sick. My hair's doing that.
Oh yeah, dude. It's funny. All the so like in Paso, um, that's like a sign of like the teenage like the guys like they'll always
Mm,
be um, especially if they're more like that like the rancher type kids. They'll always have jeans with like their key lanyard hanging out of their pocket, a cap, and the hair comes out like and they call it like the feathered hair. And you see kids like that, and you're like, oh, that kid's in high school. Like he's probably like, and then
yeah,
sure enough, you talk to him, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm student at Paso High or whatever. But I'm like, yeah, it's like it's a thing. I see it, and I'm like, oh
yeah.
yeah, that kid's in high school, bro.
Like
So they
they
grow out the
have to
hair.
kind of go through that.
Yeah, kind of like a rite of passage. They look at
Yeah.
that. Maybe until they're like halfway through college, they'll like dress like that.
Mm.
And the cap, it's never like a sports team. It's always like an agricultural company, like John Deere. You,
Dude,
they be,
Sheridan's on that right now.
bro.
Like he wears this John Deere or this like Bass Pro Shop,
Yeah,
and I'll see him wear it. I'm just like, Okay,
Yeah, even Sammy, because like Sammy's
like
like,
when's the last time you went fishing, bro? Like what the
yeah, you like tractors all of a sudden now too. You're like, what? What? I know the colors are cool, but but even Sammy started wearing like the Bass Pro, and I'm like, bro, the last time you and I went hunting was with Dad when we were like, you were in middle
yeah,
school, but it's a thing. But yeah, what I'm saying is like the kids up here, like they're really about that life.
right,
So
right.
when I see them wearing like there's
Makes
a
sense.
yeah there's like a shop, it's called like Premier Ag, or like Tractor Supply, like when they wear that merch, I'm like, I'm pretty sure your dad has sent you to that store to get stuff like for the house,
Yeah,
so but yeah, the feathered hair, man, it's a thing.
that's funny. Um, yeah, I've enjoyed the. Everyone has a beard now, and
True.
I've been wanting to be clean cut for a while, and Stephanie was like, no, 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 no. And then we're watching The Bear, and I think, well, the main character in The Bear, he's clean cut. And
Right,
I'm like,
Carmi, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, man, you see, like I wanna like, and so I got the
Yeah.
green light, and I'm like, all right,
Dang, how long have you had the beard? It's been years, right? A couple years.
yeah, yeah. It's been nonstop for I don't know, man, maybe 2019, probably
Whoa.
18, 2008, late 2018.
Yeah. Yeah, I started growing a beard when 2016, I think.
Okay.
But before that, like I worked jobs where like you had to be clean cut, and plus my hair never came in like quickly and thick enough, so I thought, oh, I can't grow a beard. And then I got a new job. It's like, yeah, you don't have to shave, and so I had to go through that like terrible like bum phase.
Hmm.
And after a while, people were like, hey man, you got like a and I'm like, really? I just been like lazy up until this point without
Yeah.
just because I could let it grow out. But then sure enough, I'm like, dang, it's 2025 and I haven't gone clean cut. And like,
And now you wouldn't do it, right?
I
Unless
don't
you
think
have
I
to.
would unless I had to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I did go to I visited Aaron once. This is like when I had like first like moved away, but we went to like it was like one of those pool table like bar places where there's like a bunch of pool tables,
Okay.
and I noticed. I thought, dang, I think 95% of guys in here either have a baseball cap
Mm,
and or a beard.
yeah.
And so I looked around and I was like, I can't find a single guy that doesn't have like at least one of those things. Like no, and so but it did give me thinking. I was like, how many guys are like hiding the receding hairline, and then how many guys don't like how they look without the beard? Because like, have you seen like Dan Bilzerian? He's
Yes.
like that. Yeah, like I've seen pictures of like him without a beard, and I'm like, yikes, good thing he has a beard. Like
What's the
um
makeup for men, they say.
yeah. So I'm just like, so when I was in that bar, I was just like, dang, dude, like it's really the thing out here. Like that is like our go to, like either a cap of some kind
Mm.
or a beanie or a beard. And you just
I
go
think
all
what
out with it.
sucks though, it's like sometimes you want to wear a hat because you just want to. But
Yeah,
it's I think especially being bald, where people are like, oh, like maybe he's trying to hide his baldness. It's like, no, man,
right.
I don't care. I just want to wear a hat today. It's kind of hot.
True, true. Or even when it's cold out, like if I put on a cap,
Right.
like
Yeah, yeah,
because all
exactly.
your heat leaves through here or your feet, I think. So
Yeah, I
there are
wish I could
times
wear
where like,
beanies.
what's up?
I wish I could wear beanies.
Oh
I
yeah,
get too
yeah.
hot, too fast.
I don't like how I look in beanies, and they feel weird on me. Like I feel
Yeah.
like I'll put on a beanie, like if it's cold, I'll put one on. But I'll move around so much, I can feel the beanie like slowly like moving up off my head,
Mm, yeah.
and I'm like, do other guys have this with beanies? I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, all right. I got a little beverage right here. It's
There you
a
go. The,
tepachito.
ooh, is that like the pache?
Yeah, I mean, I've never had the real thing. Like I heard about it in a song, and I asked my mom about it. Yeah, like I think it's like la niña fresa, and
Uh-huh.
they mentioned tepache. So I asked my mom, and
It's like
she
tejuino, kind of. It's like cousins of Tejuino.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And so she's like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "That's I've had it, a lot growing up." And I was like, "Is there alcohol in it?" And she's like, "Well, there is a little bit because like the pineapple's fermenting. So,
Right.
but I think it's almost like the way kombucha has alcohol in it, where it's
Mm,
like it's a super small amount."
right. Right. And it's more because of the fermenting process.
Yeah, exactly. And so I saw some at the store in like several flavors, and I was like, I mean, I can't have the real thing, or I'm not brave enough to try to make it because I feel like I would like kill myself because you have to like let the pineapple like sit there and like I saw a video and the guy's like, yeah, if you don't do certain things, like actual mold, like bad mold will start growing in there, and I was like, yeah, I'm not making that, so. But it's pretty good. I had like the OG flavor, like just pineapple, but this one is pineapple mango. So let's see.
In real time. Here we go.
Oh, that's delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone knows how to make the real thing, I'll pay you to make me some,
You
please.
you you know who makes a really good one? Um, Chelsea's parents. Chelsea's dad.
Oh, really? Oh, the dad. Okay.
He makes a really good one.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I got to send I'll be like look for my like email, or something of some kind to set something up.
He's gonna have a message request. Like, ¿quién es? ¿Qué es esto?
¿Quién es David Escamilla? Because he only knows me. I'm sure he probably know me as like Tito.
Yeah.
So if he were to see, he's like, "Who is this? Like,
Who's this
hermano Pedro
imposter?
has another son? Like full John Anthony vibes. You have another son named David? Like,
Oh man.
bro,
Um,
this is bomb. This is good.
yeah, it's really good. The one he makes with pineapple and everything, it's really good. You could taste the fermenting of it too,
Yeah,
in his. It's really good. Yeah, 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 man.
yeah, dude. Beards, hats. Okay, maybe because you shave your head. I don't know if you would ever experience this, but like, there are times where like I get like a really nice haircut, but then I'll want to put on a cap of some kind just because it might go with the outfit. But I'll be like, but I just paid for a haircut. And you were talking about like barber prices, which the
Yeah,
barber I
yeah.
go to, like, it's not ridiculous. Like
Right, right,
I've
right.
definitely seen other
He
places
he
where I'm
he
like,
hasn't lost his mind or
yeah,
her.
exactly, yeah, yeah. And so, but I'm like, dang, I did pay like some good money to get this cut. Like I should show it
Right,
off.
right,
So I'll
right.
be like, all right, I'm not gonna wear a cap. I don't think, but the cap would have been great with this outfit, or like, you know. But yeah,
No, I don't.
because with you, it's like you just like,
I do it myself.
yeah, and you go either or. You're like, well, like,
I think
what?
because I do it myself and I do it so I do it like 2, 3 times a week. So
Oh,
it isn't like oh man, I haven't cut my hair in 2 weeks.
right, right.
Like it's like, dude,
You're
uh,
like, big deal. I'll take 5 minutes out of my.
I'm gonna do it again on Friday. You
Yeah, yeah,
know?
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a different life for us folks here in the bald life. It's a different life. Yeah, the component of caring for your hair products, how does it look like?
That's why I went shorter with this last cut. Like I got it cut. It's funny because when I went to the barber, they were like, "Didn't you just come in like a few?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, and they were like, "Oh, your girl's fast." Like, and I was like, "Yeah." I was like, so this time around, I was like, "Give me like a buzz cut, like a little fade, but like down to a 5." And she was like, "Oh, you want to go short?" And I was like, "Yeah, short." So because typically I'll have it long enough to style, but then yeah, after 2 3 weeks, it's like, you know,
Mm-mm. Yeah,
and my
yeah.
hair is puffy. Like once it's if it's not long enough, it'll just be puffy, like a little fro. So you can see how long it is. But yeah, now that I did like buzz it all off that one time, I was like, I told you, but I was like, if I ever did lose my hair, I was like, I'd be all right. I'm cool with
Yeah,
how it looks. That with the beard, I was like, I could pull it off.
yeah. Although I
So
think you're fine. I've seen your dad's hair. You're fine.
I know, yeah, like and also like I now that I'm 30 and I haven't like seen much, I'm like, okay, I'm good. Because I would have, man, I have a buddy who's like 24,
Mm,
and I'm like, oh, dude, like he's got like that Vegeta like. And I'm like, bro, you're like not even 25, bro. Like some dudes are built like that. They'll be like early 20s, or you make it over 25. You're like 27, 28, and they're like, I think I'm good, and then it starts, and you're like, oh, or in the back, a
Yeah.
little patch, and you're like, oh, bro, you're
I know when you have friends that are going through that, it's such a it's tough to see it because you can tell just like the look in their eyes of like, man, my hair. But you also can't be I think it's one of those things that everyone has to arrive on their own, like, all right, it's time to give it up.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
some dudes just never give it up. They go the Krusty the Clown look.
Okay,
They
I've never understood that. Like
I've never
real,
understood it either,
I've,
but it's just the way some dudes
yeah.
just can't like let it go, and you're like, dude, it's over, man.
Bad.
It's been
Yeah,
over. Like, just throw
I
in the
love, I love that you said Krusty the Clown, but I'll see that cut, and I'm like,
I don't understand that look.
you of your own accord went to the barber and either pulled up a picture or pointed to one on the board, and you're like, that's the one I want, bro. Like, there's nothing up here, but just
Well, it's I just imagine the guy showing up with a hat on because there's hair on the
right,
side.
right.
He takes off his hat, and the barber's like, "What do you want me to do here?" And just trim the sides, man. Like, okay, all right.
It's like, dude, yeah, and it's like, for who? Like, you're right, though. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you have to get that on your own. You get because I
yeah.
think it's easy for someone who's already bald to tell you to shave because they went through the process, or someone who has hair and has like a full head of hair to be like, "Hey, man, like shave it off," because it's different, you know.
Yeah,
I'll get the like because my hairline is fine, and if I don't shave like for a week, it'll like come out. They're like, "Hey, like you're not losing your hair," and I'm like, "I've never been losing my hair. Just it's just really thin." So
right, right. Yeah, yeah.
I had to make a decision. So even that I understand it's different because
Right,
most dudes in my situation would just let it ride, because the connection that I will say, and maybe I'm wrong. I think a man's connection to his hair is deeper than a woman's connection to her hair. I think a woman is more connected to her skin, like cares more about what her skin looks like,
okay.
and a man cares more about what his hair situation more so. Most men, obviously,
Right, right,
but because I'll because women will like go through all sorts of stuff. They'll dye it, they'll cut it, they'll like they just like
right,
it's like a blank canvas, their hair, and they're just like, we're just gonna experiment. And if it doesn't work,
right,
we can
right.
like but a dude
I
won't
can die again in a
experiment.
few months. I can,
Right. And the
yeah.
dude won't experiment. You'll have the dude with the same style for like 30 years. Because it's
Oh
just like
yeah,
this is what works, this product works, like
yeah.
and it's funny like I'll sometimes at like when talking to to like the guys in the group and it's like, oh, let's bet hair, and everyone's like, no, 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 man, no, no, not the hair, not the
Yeah, and,
hair.
dude.
Like they'd rather lose money than their hair, and it's funny.
Right, right, dude. That no, I yeah, that's crazy. Like, yeah, man. Well, because like my dad, like he, man, I have seen his hairstyle change over the years a little bit, but
Mhm.
there's always like a go-to, like his
Right,
usual,
right.
and so. But my dad's also the kind of like we've always given this is like the running joke, like as far back as I
Hmm.
remember, because I always had
Hmm.
gray hair.
Yeah,
But we've always told him, Dad, like, you should dye your hair, man. Come on, because he'd always get like grandpa jokes.
yeah, yeah,
Like they thought Vicky was his granddaughter at church,
yeah.
and so we'd always be like, "Come on!" And he at the time he was still like when we started noticing it, like late 30s, early 40s, up until now, we'd be like, "Come on, man, you still got time." And now that he's I think he just turned 58. We're like, "Oh, bro, you missed the train." Like now, if you do it, it's too drastic.
Right, right.
You know?
You'll be the old guy trying to be you're
Right,
you're
right.
freed.
Yeah, and he also missed the because we moved here. I think think it has been 10
Oh,
years.
because he could have done it when he first got there.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I we were like, dude, come on, you could do it right now. No one here
Yeah,
knows you.
that's
Like,
true. That's
and
true.
my dad's been like, no, no, no. He's like, this is who I am. Like, and he's like, I'm not ashamed of it. He's like, I'm just. So I do respect that, but we're just like, bro, come on. You could have like saved a couple more years of like just, or he'd be like, all right, well, you guys gonna pay for it? You guys gonna like maintain it for me? And he's like, bro, I'm not doing
Mm,
it. And we're like, all right, never mind. But we'd
yeah.
also go visit my uncle that lives in Bakersfield, and they're 10 years apart, and he has dyed his hair like for a very long time. So now whenever they're side by side, I'm like, yeah, bro, I don't believe you guys are 10 years apart because my uncle dyes his hair. I'm thinking you guys
Mm,
are like 2 or 3 years apart.
right, right.
But my dad's like, nah, I'm not dying. That's just he's like, I
Yeah,
like the salt and pepper. I've
yeah,
accepted it many years ago.
yeah.
Because he was like, oh, dude, I've had him since I was 18. I'd see it popping up. So he's like, yeah, I'm not going to start changing it now. So.
It's crazy. You just said your dad was in his late 30s, and it's crazy to think because it's all perspective. When you're under 16, someone in their mid to late 30s is like crazy old.
Oh, dude.
But you say that, and I'm like, dude, like he was like young. Like for people
Yeah, yeah.
for people to be like, is that your granddaughter? Be like, are you dumb? Like, what are you like?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
are you
yeah.
talking about? Um,
to to those folks' defense, my dad has always looked older than his age,
right, but
and
to say a
I'm like that too.
grandpa, like,
Right, right. But it's because that's what I'm saying. Like the gray hair was so much at that
yeah,
point,
yeah, 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 yeah.
and he'd always be on the sun, like in construction. So
Mm,
he always did look like 10 years older than his actual age.
right.
Because he took Sammy to get senior photos, and the lady was like, "Oh, come on, your grandpa wants to buy you the pictures." And my dad
Oh,
he
wow.
got pissed about. He's like, "Vicky, I can understand. She's small." But Sammy was 17, and they thought he was his
uh,
grandpa. So he's always
yeah.
been like my aunts told me stories of they would bring like new boyfriends to the house, and they would see my dad. And my dad was like that height when he was like late middle school, early high school. He was
Mm,
about 5'9", 5'10".
yeah.
So they thought that my dad was their older brother, and they're like, "No, it's my little brother. He's 14, but he just happens to be massive like for his
Yeah,
age."
yeah.
And so couple that because I once picked up Vicky from summer school in seventh when she was going to be in seventh grade, and the admin person like thought I was dad, and I was like, I
Mm,
was like, bro, because I was 19, I was like, bro, are you stupid? Like you know.
yeah.
So he and I, meanwhile, Sammy like doesn't age. Sammy gets picked up by like army recruiters. It's ridiculous. Sammy's Pharrell. He's Pharrell Williams. He's a
Yeah.
vampire.
He's a vampire.
But me and my dad have looked old like forever.
Yeah.
But have you noticed this trend? I'm sure you see it with your siblings, but like they start self-deprecating about how old they are, and you're like, bro, can
Mm-hmm.
you shut up? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you have no idea
Yeah. Oh,
what you're
they
talking about.
what they do is
The unk status, like, well, I'm unk status now, bro. Like, bro,
yeah,
stop.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah. Or they exaggerate how old you are
yeah,
because they feel they're like, oh man, you're like we'll I'll be watching stuff with my little brother with Jared and he'll be like, oh man, like we were watching a Magic Johnson thing from like the 80s. And he's like, oh man, like, did you watch this game? And like I wasn't
I
born.
did not exist,
Like I like what are you talking about? And he
bro.
asked me stuff like that. Like, dude, how old do you think I am, man? Like,
Right, like,
and
but
it's
it's also
he,
like, can you not do the math? Like, I'm this age. You can't subtract that from 2025. Like,
yeah,
and see,
it's just funny because he was like, "Oh man, did you watch that?" And I'm like, "No, I wasn't here." Like he asked
yeah,
me once, I think it was like a '70s thing. I'm like, bro, my mom wasn't even born. Like, what are you like?
dude.
If she wasn't here, you think I'm here? Like, what are you talking about? So it's just funny to see that their perception of time is so it's totally like
Oh
whacked,
yeah,
totally whacked up.
I have a coworker he turned 20 like this last October, I think. And so he'll go around saying like, "Oh, bro, like, man, I'm unk now, bro." And I'm like, "Bro, stop. You like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear." And so, and I saw like have you seen I'm sure you've seen memes about it, but like when people are talking about like YNs. You know what I mean by YN?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I saw a guy where like he made a little chart. He's like, I'm gonna make an age breakdown of like what the actual ranges
Yep.
are.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like 14 and under. Number one, 14 and under.
Little
Those are
bro.
little bros, exactly. And then he said, this is where it gets like dicey because people get all like, he's like 15 to 25 or to 24. He's like, those are YN. Like that's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and then he's like 25 to 34. He's like, that's big bro.
To 35, he said.
Yeah, 35. He's like, that's big bro.
Big bro. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I was like, all right. In my mind, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm still big bro. I still got a couple, you know.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah. And then the last two is like, oh, 35 to 45 is
Unk. That one's Unk.
um yeah, Unk. And then 45 to 55 is OGs.
Yeah.
And then 55 and up, like, those are your elders.
Yeah.
Those are
You're
elders.
elders. Yeah. Yeah.
So I showed that one to my buddy, and he's like, nah, bro. He's like, you're not big bro, you're Unk. And I was like, neither of us are Unk, bro. Unk is like, I'm not even I'm like halfway through big bro. I was like, I'm big
Yeah.
bro.
You almost
He's
have to have a like a niece or a nephew to be Unk.
yeah, at that point, you know,
Because then you hit like a different state.
right.
Then you're hitting
True.
something
You
different.
got to be responsible with them and like show them like you can still
Yeah.
be cool and everything, but you got to like, you know,
Right. Yeah.
give them good
Yeah.
advice. You got to get to them when their parents can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jared showed me that well he showed me the video version of
Yeah,
it.
it's a video. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he showed me the video and I'm like, oh bro, I got 2 more years of big bro, so I'm
Big
good.
bro. Yeah.
2 more years. I got this year and
And you're like, nah,
whatever's
you're
left of
Unk.
this year and then next year.
It's like, let me ride that wave, man. Come on, don't like,
Because he would call me Unk. And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not Unk yet. And so
dude.
once my niece was born, I'm like, you know what? I could be Unk. That's
You're like,
fine.
I'm in the early stages of Unk. You know, like I'm just like,
By the time she's aware of her surroundings, I'll be Unk.
true, true.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that early like 20s, they're starting to like crash out and be like, oh, bro, I'm getting so old.
Bro,
Like, stop,
it is
stop.
probably the most delusional age a human being goes through. The 18 post high school, like right after high school, the
Right,
18 through 26 is probably the most delusional we all have. We all get. Like
right.
we think we're the exception to every rule. We think we are immortal. We think that
True.
everyone likes us for whatever reason. Oh no, they're cool with me.
Or
They're gonna
you got to be liked. You have to be liked. There's
yeah.
something wrong. Like,
But not only that, but it's like if every like and it's part of the extension of like you think you're the exception to everything. Like oh they couldn't do it, but I'm cool with them, so they'll let me do it. Like no, you're not special, dude. Like you're not.
yeah,
You just gotta follow.
that's like the main. Oh, you think you're the main character,
Right.
and
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
stop,
Yeah.
bro. Like it's that no, absolutely not.
And it's so crazy because you'll hear and then if you hear them like if you hear these like 18 to 26 people talk and you're just like dude
Sometimes
like
I'll be
you
like,
life is
I'm like,
gonna slap you and you're just gonna
yeah, yeah. I'm like, was
what?
I that delusional when I was that age? Like walking around saying babosadas about like whatever, and just like,
And honestly, I'm just like I probably was saying like babosadas, you know, I probably was like just
right,
saying
right.
crazy things and people were like
Yeah, I feel like we all had like those moments, but some of these kids, I'll be like, bro, I'm like, are you for real right now? Like, you think this is a good idea? What you're talking about? I'm like,
I worked with this guy at Starbucks and he was I want to say 20, 20, 19, 20. He was young. He was 19, 20. And he was a cool dude. Cool dude. Shout out to Felix. Um, and he was a dreamer, bro. Or is well, was because I don't know now. At the time he was a dreamer, and he would make music and he would design clothes, and he was like getting into like like anything and everything. Dude had his hand on.
right,
And I remember just being like, dang, like that is like insane. Because you're getting stretched so thin. It's like you aim at everything, you hit nothing, you know, it's that saying.
right.
And
You're practicing like 10,000 kicks instead of just the one kick to be like,
Right. And it
yeah,
was,
yeah,
and he's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna move to like Seattle and I'm gonna go to school there and I'm gonna like now I'm gonna work at Starbucks there and blah blah blah. And you're like, oh man, cool. And he went, didn't like it, came back, and he was just kind of stuck in the same like thing, but he was like a dreamer. And I would look at him and talk to him, and I was always like, dang, like this is what it is to be this age. Like you're able to, and I think that's the good component of it. The good
right,
component is, dude, this is where you should like dream and get crazy and
right.
like go
You
for
can take a
stuff.
couple shots. Exactly, take a couple shots, and if it doesn't work
And
out, yeah,
I think the so I think why he was different was because he was actually trying. Like he was like making beats. He was like designing clothes. He was
right,
like, and some stuff was like funky, like some of the stuff, and some stuff was like, oh, cool, dude, like that's cool.
yeah, yeah,
And then you talk to like, that's the good part of like the delusional part because you're actually trying stuff and doing things. The other side is I think what we're talking about, the side of like you have it's just word vomit, but you're not
yeah,
doing anything. You're not pursuing anything. It's just like, yeah, I want to do this and I want to do this. And it's like what Eliza says, like, dude, wipe yourself, bro. Like,
yeah.
because it's just like you're not doing anything. And yeah, I think it's the most delusional age for sure. Do you
What,
remember any of the delusions you had during that time? That when you
man?
think of it now, you're like, what was I think? Like, if I only knew how the world works, I wouldn't have thought that.
Right, yeah. Maybe okay, like in like late high school, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to school here and do this and do that, and I
Mm.
would name certain schools that were like really far away. Like I was like, oh, I'm thinking like maybe like TCU or like Alabama, but it's like as the
I
time got
remember you
closer,
loved TC.
yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
TCU
that.
school
Yeah, yeah,
because I
yeah.
got family like in Fort Worth. It was close
I
by.
remember that. I remember I asked
Um,
you like, yeah, I would want to go to TCU, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
okay, cool.
but as time got closer, it's like, oh, I have no actual like, there's no substance behind. It was all rooted in sports. And as the window closer sports, it's like, bro, I don't even know what I want to study. Like, like, why would I want to? And it's expensive. Is like, dude, super expensive private school. So it's like, why?
Yeah,
It's like, oh, it's not gonna work, dude. It was like a dreamer, but like without any actual like preparation for it. And it's like, oh, dude, like you're just
right.
going around
Which is
thinking. It's
what
like,
a lot of these like young dudes do, like and
yeah,
gals, like they dream without any like
right,
Do you know what it takes to get there? No. All right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any? Do you have one where you're like, oh, dude, like, yeah,
Um, I think I was in the from the I delusions that I had when I was that young. I think the biggest one that I can think of is how hard it is to actually save money
oh, yeah,
because you start working and you think like, oh, dude, like I don't even have a lot of bills. I'm just gonna save. And you think like, yeah, I'm gonna graduate high school. I couldn't really go to school, but I have to work, so I'm gonna work, and this, that, and the other. And you think, and I would think, yeah, like in 6 months, I should be able to have X amount. And you start working, you realize like you could actually go eat places now. You could like go to
actually,
stuff,
yeah, buy certain things you want.
and all of a sudden you're like, wait, saving money is not just like I have money limit. Like it takes discipline, and you have to say no to stuff, and you have to limit yourself on stuff,
Yeah,
and it's hard when you've limited yourself like because we didn't grow up with a lot of money, so a lot of the stuff was like a lot of the cool stuff I wanted was always no, and all of a sudden you start working and you're like, well, I could buy myself that now, and I've been limiting myself. And so the way you think is because haven't gotten what you wanted up until 19, which is like stupid. Like, bro, you're just starting. You think like, well, it's now my time to splurge. Like, no, like, so I wish,
Yeah.
and so I didn't understand that. I think I wish like an old a 30-year-old would have pulled me aside and be like, look, the time to splurge is gonna be when you're 35 or 30, 33. 33, you start splurging because you're gonna enjoy it at 33.
Yeah.
And I think that was probably the one of the biggest delusions that I didn't understand that saving money takes a lot of discipline.
Yeah. I remember hearing Gary V, Gary V, like the
Hmm.
talk about that, and he's
Yep.
like, because he's like, oh, I hear a lot of kids like they'll want to be like, oh, you could have a good time in your 20s, and he's like, no, 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 he's like, dude, he's like, I ate garbage,
Mm.
and not even garbage, but I mean, he's like, I was so disciplined in my 20s because I knew like that was not the time for me to spend. So he's like,
Right.
he's like, I did not have fun in my 20s because I
Yeah.
was like building. He's like 30s maybe if you've like planned accordingly and like gotten through it, but he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
he's like some guys it's not even until they're in their 40s where they can actually like be like, ah, oh, okay, I've worked hard enough. But he's like, yeah, he's like, no, do not think that just because you're young, you can go out and
Yeah,
like
man.
waste all that money. He's like, yeah, and that was the first time I heard someone say that because I was just like, what, like, because like but you're young.
Yeah. I think it's true from the standpoint of like chasing stuff, like pursuing a dream or a goal. A goal. I don't want to call it a dream.
Right.
A goal. Like you want to I think we've talked about like if you want to be like a professional boxer, you got to chase it like at 17 to like 21
Right.
and hopefully you pop. You want to become a a touring artist. Yeah, like when you're like post high school to up to like maybe like and obviously it depends on like your life. Like if you're single, no kids, you can go
Right.
all the way to like almost 30 and just like
Yeah.
chase it, bro. Go for it. But and that's the beauty of it. It does take discipline, but that's kind of stuff that's done. You can't be doing that when you're like mid
39. Yeah,
30s.
yeah, you're like, oh,
You have a
exactly.
wife, you have a few kids. You can't just be like, hey, so I'm gonna just kind of
Right. A mortgage. You're like, hey, bro, like settle down. Like just
we can't live off your $300 a weekend off the kid.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like
That's not gonna cut it. Uh, so I think that that's where that stuff like, yeah, man, chase it. That's you can chase that now, and there'll come a time where you can chase it, and I think that is the difference of it for sure.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's a I think it's a fun age to be part of to live through, and it's a frustrating age to see others live through it after you've lived through it because you're just like
Oh, for sure.
you're stupid, bro. But when you're in it, you're like, hey, man, like you're just old. You're just old and
Yeah.
jealous.
Man, especially with, like working with like having coworkers like your friend Felix, like they sometimes I'll hear people like say things and I'm just like, bro, like do you really think like that's like a like okay, I'll give you an example. This one time, the one time I did fantasy football, I might have told the story, maybe I don't know, but I was invited by Victor to be in a league with Jeremias. Remember Jeremias? Jeremias Vega.
Yeah. Hmm.
So yeah, so it was Jeremias, Victor. You know, Victor was brought on by Jeremias, and then Victor brought me on because
Yeah.
Victor wasn't gonna know anybody except him. But Jeremias brought a bunch of friends into the league that some weren't even from California. They were from like friends that he made online from all over like the country. So I'm in these group chats with these dudes, and as they're like joking around, I'm just like, oh, bro, these guys are like super young, like annoying, like
Mm,
bad jokes,
yeah.
you know. But I was like, whatever. But I'm in there, like we draft teams and everything, the whole thing. It was the year going into the season that Brady had just gotten signed by the Bucks.
Okay.
And so
Oh, so this is like not too long ago.
not too long ago, And but I specifically remember these guys were all bashing Brady, and like no one wanted to draft him. They're like,
Mm.
"Oh, bro, he's too old now. He's washed. Like they're about to see without Belichick. Like all this smack." And in my mind, I'm like, "Oh, bro, these guys like they don't know ball. Like they like come on, man, you know." But I remember one of the guys was like from I think it was like from Oklahoma, just some random friend that had any made online. But he was talking about like going out with a girl,
Hmm.
and he was talking about like just like his intentions as far as like the like going out to see her, but then going out to see like other, you know what I mean, like that kind of vibe. And I was just like, dude, I was like, do you like? And I could tell me and Victor were kind of like, bro, are you like? Do you understand like that or like that hurts people like when you just go out and like? But then again, like they're at that age where it's like, God, bro, I don't care. Like there'll be
Right,
more.
right,
But
right.
I'm just like, bro, I was not thinking about things like that. I was like, really, dude? Like you're thinking about like doing this with this girl and going out with another one. And I'm
That's
just like,
someone's daughter, man.
yeah, but I was just like, and at that point, I ended up leaving the league because I was like, I couldn't keep up with like adjusting my teams and everything, and I was like, bro, I'm terrible
Mm.
at this, so I stopped. But I was so glad to get out of those like group chats because I was like, bro, it's just so toxic hearing them talk about like
Yeah,
the things they joke about and what they think is
yeah.
okay to them, and I'm just like, nah, bro. So I left, and then Brady ends up winning the Super Bowl. So I was like, screw those guys, they don't know what they were talking about, bro. So, but yeah, I was just like, you want to do this with this girl and then go out, and I'm just like,
Hmm.
I was like, I'm out, bro. I'm
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
So,
yeah, man. It's an interesting age to see grow up. Um, and then they switch, you know, then life hits them, they realize what it's all about, and they kind of just like, oh, okay, they become normal people. Or they're the crazy like telemarketing 30-year-old that's trying to get you to like sign up for like Primerica or whatever, and you're like,
yeah,
dude, what the hell are you doing, man? You'll retire by the time you're 45, man. Like,
yeah.
okay, all right, man. I'm not interested in your telemarketing stuff. Um, so recently I got into not even getting into. So you know this about me. I'm not a casual sports fan by any means.
Of course.
Um, but I have become a casual UFC.
Oh, here we go.
I love it. I love it. I love the casualness of not have because a lot of the pressure it's on me. Like I want to know stuff. I want to know what I'm talking about. This casual life is awesome, man. I don't have to know anything. I don't have to like
That,
I don't have to know like you know Ilya Toporia's like history, who he's fought.
like,
I've seen dudes on X be like, he hasn't beat anybody in their prime, and I'm like, I don't have to worry about that. I just like, dude, he knocked him out, man. I don't know. Hey,
like I,
he has two belts. That's all I know.
right.
Your guy was on the floor. I don't. That's all I know.
Exactly.
I'm like, dude, this life of a casual is a beautiful life. A
Now
be
you know why there's so many of them. They're just
Dude,
walking around like,
I get it, bro. You can Tuporia can lose tomorrow, and you can be like, oh, that I can find a new guy.
what about the last four he knocked out, bro? Come on, you know, like it's the UFC, bro. He'll fight that guy again tomorrow. You know, he'll just like,
Bro, it's a beautiful life because
dang.
you just get hyped up on like TikTok videos with a good song, and his song with like Antonio Banderas is like it's a good song, and you're just like, bro, this is like amazing.
Then
So
throwing a couple clips of him on Joe Rogan talking about like his training and
yeah,
dieting.
yeah,
You're like,
yeah,
see, this
yeah.
guy knows what he's talking about. This guy knows, like he's. Dude, I've seen, yeah,
Uh,
I've seen all those too because they'll show up and I'm just like, I'm like, oh, this is that brand of Kool Aid German's been sipping on these last couple of days because you just be in the chat like saying things and I'm like, oh, this dude's been on TikTok lately. Okay, just
dude,
like you know,
I don't. And what's crazy is I don't know how. I don't know how I just started like my For You page is like inundated with like Ilya Taporia stuff. And I'm not a UFC person, but I've ate it up. I've Like, dude, I drank that Kool-Aid and I'm like,
You're Newman in the yogurt shop. Like another round for me and my friends. Come on, like bring it
no,
out. You're like,
dude, it just so I get it. To all the casuals, I apologize for. Well, actually, I don't apologize, but I understand. I understand why you lived the life.
you're the Bernie Mac. You're like, I don't condone it, but I get it. You're like,
You see, but I get it. It makes
oh,
sense in like combat sports. I get it. I understand.
right. There's so many variables. There's so
Yeah,
many
I get it.
things.
Yeah,
Like styles make fights, and you're like, well, I don't
yeah.
know, you know?
And it's only like a few a year.
Right.
So I understand. I understand the casualness of
Versus I feel like football, baseball, like the more like long term seasonal, like
dude.
it's a marathon. You have to know.
You
And
have to keep
fights, there's
up,
so many. Yeah.
and I think a lot of it is the historical stuff too. Like you can't root for that team. You just can't. You just hate them.
Right. Right.
Like you're just part of the fabric of who you are as a fan. Um, so I've had a good time, and mind you, I have yet to watch this man fight. Like I've seen all just like highlights.
Right. Yeah. You've seen nothing live. Like just
No, he could be a total like everyone on X who's like criticizing him for not fighting people in their prime. They might be right. I just know the TikTok edits are pretty
yeah.
amazing.
And it's also one of those things where like I think Eli was talking about it with Djokovic in tennis, where he's like, it just happens to be the era that he's in, and the guys that he's playing are
Mm,
older. So if you look
right.
at Supuri in the UFC, it's like the big names in the divisions that he's in, it's like they are older cats.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And they've also already lost
Yeah.
um
They've gone through the war, so
yeah,
bodies
exactly.
their
And
bodies are not the same.
right. And so it's interesting because like you'll see like even Jared brings up Connor, right? And so it sure if that were to if that fight were to magically happen like prime Connor, prime Superior, it's like oh dude, dream fight, you know. But you do have to take into account that when Connor beat Max Holloway and Poirier and some of these guys, like those guys were like young lions. So the Max Holloway that you see now, he's not. I think he's absorbed like the most punches. He has some kind of stat for that because he
Mm,
does have like a really good chin. But it's like, bro, it catches up to you. Like we've
right.
seen in
Right.
boxing, if you get hit enough times, it's like it's gonna give out. Um, and there are some younger guys that he can't fight, and he probably will smash them. Like you can fight Patty and Armin and those guys. But yeah, but they'll be talking about like, oh, he beat Oliveira, he beat Volk, and I'm like, bro, Volk already got concussed by Islam like a while ago, like so it's like, but he is, dude. I think it'd be a good fight because he also does have really good ground game, and
Yeah.
he's a big Canelo guy too, Tapuria. Like it, he says he watched him to change because he comes from like a more like a jujitsu background.
Mm,
And he's like, "Oh, I got really into watching Canelo box, and it kind of changed my philosophy on striking and
mm.
like longer combinations."
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So that's why it almost got me. It almost like I think it's weird like that, but I was like, wait, I was like, let me Google how old Oliveira and Volkanovski are,
Right.
and I was like, oh,
You
bro, this
see,
guy's
but
yeah,
you're more in tune to
yeah,
this.
yeah. And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
bro, Oliveira's like 37, bro. You know what I mean? Like, come on,
Right.
like we gotta
Right.
like,
Yeah. 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 See, I don't have any of that. So to me,
yeah. So,
just play.
that's why when I saw Jerry like talking, I was like, let me go tap back in and see the files. I gotta go and like do the
Uh,
research.
like to me, it's like play the Antonio Banderas song again. Let's ride. Let's go.
Like, and you'll hear me like in the back, but what about you? Like, turn it up. I don't want to hear turn it up. Turn the music. We're going out there. That's it. Just
We're just vibing, man. That's it.
we're just vibing. Oh my gosh.
Uh, it's it's
Oh.
it's it's awesome. I
Yeah, when you started saying that, I was like, because also you were like, oh, like the 49er Kool-Aid. I was like, okay, the 49er Kool-Aid, I get. He knows what he's talking about. I was like,
right.
he's like you said, like you're brewing that batch yourself. The Kool-Aid guy is at your house, tied up in your back room while you're
I
making
am the
batch with him.
Kool-Aid guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're about to bust through the wall. Like, but the Supreme one, I was like, let's pump the brakes here. Hold on, Germ. I was like, you're better than that. Hold on, like
Oh
relax,
man.
relax. Oh my gosh.
That's I think because I know that I'm not gonna go all in on UFC. So to me, I'm like, dude, this is fine. Like, it's fine.
Right? Because it could be 6 months from now, and if he has like a really hard fight against like Patty or something, you're like, well, like, why? Like, I never actually watched the guy fight. I was just going off
Right. Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
TikTok vibes, just
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
he's like, I got the Joe Roganitis, like just
But everybody seems to be thinking like he's gonna destroy Patty. Like he's gonna like
yeah,
Patty has no chance. And it's like, okay, well, and that's where I think the boxing stuff comes in. Like, well, I don't know about no chance. Like,
right,
but
right,
I also have nothing to compare. Like, I have no point of reference because, like, with Canelo when he fought like Yildirim, I was like, yeah, that guy has no chance. Like, legit, like none.
right,
Canelo would
right.
have to like,
Like, which round is he dropping him? That's where we're at. We're like,
yeah, Canelo would have to go in there like being like, I'm only gonna punch like
I'm
the
using one
first minute of
hand.
every round. Yeah.
I drank the whole camp. Maybe he's got a shot.
Yeah. And so when people say no chance, I'm like, okay, is Patty like just not that great? But then, so I don't know. It just, I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's where I think the Kool-Aid gets diluted because it's like, well, I think if I didn't have the boxing stuff, I'd be like a full on, like,
You'd
no,
have the Spanish flag, like you'd be out here, like you'd be like,
no, no. Yeah, it's just,
oh, that's why
that,
when Jared was like, oh, like Islam scared, I'm like, hold up, bro. I was like, let hold on. I was like, these guys are no joke, bro.
yeah.
Like, I was like, I don't know about scared. Okay, it's almost like because when Islam they've asked him about Tupuria, he's like, I'm tired of fighting the smaller guys. Everyone wants to come up from 45 to fight me at 55, and those weight classes are bigger. Like it's like a
Hmm.
10 pound
Hmm.
difference as opposed to boxing where it's like what 6 or 7 pounds.
Yeah, yeah.
And so he's like, that's why I'm moving up to 170 to fight for
Mm,
me to fight bigger guys. And so he's like, we can make the fight happen with Tapuria, but he's like, I'd prefer. I don't get much out of beating the smaller guy. Almost like with Canelo and Crawford, he's like, why do people want this fight? He's like, he's coming down, he's coming up to fight me, and he is smaller. So he's like, what do I get out of beating him? He's like, I've already beat Volk is like way smaller than me.
mm,
All these guys,
yeah.
and so
I saw Khabib was saying he had, they asked him about that fight and he was saying that he would have to be, so this is before he fought the three dudes that he beat,
right,
and he said he would have to beat all three and then we can like talk.
right,
And they asked him, well, what if he doesn't fight or beat all three? He's like, then there's no conversation. And then he added, but I think he beats all three. And I'm like,
yeah,
oh, okay. Like,
yeah,
and so that's what I'm like, okay, so he is good. Like it's just
right, right, yeah, yeah.
like it's not his fault he's getting these guys on their way down. Like he was born when he was born. There's nothing he can
And
do
he's
about it.
fighting when he's fighting. Like he's in this
Yeah.
division. He's signed to the UFC.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's not
And
like he's in some
so
other organization. And he's like, because they'll do it all the time. They'll like they'll post up these like quote unquote boogeymen in other, and it's like, bro, no one wants to see that guy fight. If that guy
right.
was all that, he'd be in the UFC. So
Right.
it's like
And
so
also I think a component too is how he's beating these guys. Because I think
right, right, right,
if he was struggling and it was like, dude, you struggle against someone who's over the hill like that, then it'd be, but it's like he's doing what he's supposed to do. If he's like,
right,
if
right,
he's a good, if he's a guy, you're supposed to just get rid of these guys the way you're, the way he's doing it. And that's,
right,
I think the measuring of like, okay, like they might not be in their prime, but if they're not in the prime, someone who is at their level in their prime should be able to just get them out of there real fast.
right.
And he's doing that. And that's where I'm like, okay, like the boxing brain is okay, well, there's a way to do
There's
it.
some stock there. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like it's not just like all hype. Like there is some truth to it.
Right.
Um,
What's like how we expect Canelo to beat older Mosley and Cotto? It's like if
right,
he is the guy we think he is, he should win this fight. He should,
right, right. Yeah.
And then when he does, you're like, all right, well then maybe we can entertain a fight with Mayweather it this way,
Mm,
oh Triple G eventually, and it's like, well, he's got to beat the guys that he's supposed to beat.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
It's, have you seen any of the Canelo Crawford? pressers. Like,
I saw the pod where he's like, "Who have you fought?" And he's like,
yeah.
"Postal," and I'm like,
I was like, who?
and then Crawford tried to be like, "Oh, so just because he's not commercialized and blah, blah," and it's like, bro, you're talking about a top guy at 140, like how many
Hmm.
years ago? It's like
Yeah. Yeah.
that's not the same as fighting Triple G. Like that's not the same. Come on, like what? And bro, Canelo almost hit him with the McGregor. Like, who the hell is that guy? Like, what? Oh yeah, that's great. Did you see the one where like they asked him about how many kids each of them has,
Oh,
and
Crawford's like
Crawford's like
8 or whatever.
yeah, like 7 or something, and even Canelo's like, damn, he hit him with like the Kevin Hart. He's like, bro, you have 7. He's like, and he's like, would you want more? And he's like, well, if the Lord blesses me, I'm like, bro, stop. Like what? Like,
Yeah.
but even Canelo, in the comes of the day, like looks like Crawford's like actually Mexican with how many kids he has. I'm like, bro,
He's like, man, he's more
7?
Mexican than me.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Canelo's doing a good. I think they're both doing a good job of selling it, but
Yeah.
it's still obvious that like he's like, oh, bro, they don't really want to fight. Like they're just
It's it's interesting because all of the animosity is coming from the Crawford side. Like I mean, animosity from like standpoint, like he's trying to make it like I have a problem, like, and Canelo's just kind of like, all right, dude, like whatever, man. Like when he did you see where they like pushed each other supposedly,
oh yeah, yeah.
and somebody on X was like, oh, like Crawford's walking him down, and then you see the full video. Crawford's like on his tippy toes, kind of like pushing off his like he's doing everything to kind of get all the leverage he can.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And Canelo's just like just taking a step back, like and it's like
Bro.
he's not walking him down, bro. Come on, settle down.
Yeah, man. Also, when
I'm,
he hit him with the, he's like, I hope your Uncle Turkey's giving you like a good amount of money. And it's like, oh, well, because okay, so I think Trevor was telling me he's like, which we were talking about this, the whole like turkey and boxing thing. But Trevor's starting to see it now too, where he's like, I don't like that Turkey plays favorites with all like the matchmaking, and he's like, it's having me worried because I'm worried about like just the sport moving forward and how he's gonna make the fights that he wants to make versus not having the fights that the fans want.
mm,
And I was like, Germ was on this, bro. Germ was talking about how like it looks good, but there might be some problems down the road where it's like, oh, this guy just has something to do whatever the hell he wants, regardless of what we want to. And he's like, I can tell that he favors Crawford a lot over Canelo, and it makes sense because he's the one that wanted this fight when no one else wanted this fight for
mhm,
Canelo.
mhm.
But I was just like, I'd hit him with Trevor with like I was like, Jerm told you so. I was like, if you listen to
Yeah,
Arrows Up, I was like, Jerm was talking about this.
we've had it first. Yeah, yeah. It's so
It's weird,
it's super weird. It's a because they're making this like fight of the century, and it's like, is it like I don't know. I this fight, if there is Kool-Aid, it's still on the table. And they're, hey, you want some? I'm like, nah, I'm okay right now.
like I'm good.
I'll get some later.
I still got my Superior Kool-Aid to sip on. I'm good. I'm chilling. Let me finish this first, and then maybe I'll think about getting yours. Like,
It's just, yeah, I don't know. And then I think what the smart thing though they did is they brought in Max Kellerman,
mm,
and I love hearing him talk boxing. And Kellerman is good and he would do this for HBO where he would kind of build up a fight and make you
right,
think like, oh man, like, and so he was like, oh man, I think this could be one of those fights of
right,
goes down to the wire. And I'm like, yeah, I guess so. It's like, but if we're gonna ignore how Crawford has looked every time he's gone up, I don't know. Like it's just not. it doesn't sell me as a
Right, right.
someone who watches boxing and
Yeah.
because it because even the like the people like, oh, did you see what he did to Spence? I'm like, yeah, but Spence like was it a crazy car accident?
Two accidents, no, I
Yeah,
think.
two car accidents. He was not the Spence that
Weight drained.
yeah, he wasn't the Spence that ran through Mikey, like, and it almost was like, why is he even in this ring with him? Like, that was
Yeah.
a different Spence, and maybe Crawford beat Spence, maybe, but the people that are like bringing up that fight, I'm like, bro, like that was a different Spence. Like Spence, like was the Spence of old didn't exist,
He hadn't been Spence for like the last 2 years at that
and
point, at least.
so yeah, yeah, I'll watch the like the press stuff and I want to get excited. I want to, and then I'm like, it just feels like it's gonna be a letdown almost.
I love that reel I sent of the the little black kid. He's like, go home, go home and get the when Canelo lands his first liver shot.
Yeah,
And I'm like, that could be the case. I know we're joking, but it's like I don't know, man. Who was the dude that Crawford fought at 154?
I'll find that for you now. Keep talking.
It's like that guy looked, he looked pretty good against Crawford, and I was like, that's 154.
I'll get that for you.
Madrimov.
Matrimov, yeah.
Madrimov looked solid, and I was like, come on, man, like. And I hate how like this. Okay, like to your point with like the Kellerman stuff, like I miss having guys like that because they would actually talk boxing and they would build up the actual narratives and talking points of the fight. So like when they would do like the face offs, they'd be like, "Oh, it looked like in this round he maybe caught you a little bit, blah blah." Whereas like the new guys are like I saw they asked them, "Hey, like who do you think wins in a street fight?" And Crawford's like, "Well, I wrestle." So and Canelo's like, "Well, we're not street fighting, bro. Like we're boxing." What the hell does that do with anything? Like we're gonna fight in
Right,
a boxing ring. It's like who
right.
who
Yeah,
came up with these questions, you know?
yeah.
And Max Kellerman is gonna be like, oh, like I remember he did the face off with uh Coda Margarito, and he brought up like the whole like the wraps and the
Mhm,
plaster. He's like, oh,
mhm.
what do you have to say about that? Like he gets down like to the actual
Yeah,
nitty
yeah,
gritty
yeah, yeah, yeah.
of what happens in a fight, and he's like, and I'm like, I miss that
Yeah,
because all these random guys they have running it now, and they all have like YouTuber vibes. I hate it.
yeah, and they all
It's
have
like
like
who,
an agenda. They're all trying to
yeah, it's like who let
be
this guy
buddy buddy
meet
with
this
the
one?
fighter.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like,
Yeah, like we don't need these guys to be like boys with the fighters. We just want an objective.
ask them the right questions, bro. Come on.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like yeah. So it just it's I'm
Yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
yeah. It's just hard to believe that this is that fight. You know, it's hard to believe that this is the
Yeah,
fight of the century. And I keep going to the same point that we both have been making for maybe a year and a half now. They should have been Benavides. Like that's what it should have been.
yeah.
Like you want all the hype, you want all the like
It's over
media
there.
machine
It's
behind
yeah,
it. Benavides versus Canelo would have been like gigantic. And now it's gone. And we'll never get it. And it sucks. You know.
yeah,
So I just Crawford has become less likable though. I will say that. I used to love Crawford. And he's become just like I'll hear him talk and I all I can think about is Bob Arum kind of
Oh,
just
saying how he's not like he can't sell him, like he can't.
yeah,
Yeah,
because it's like yeah, dude, like you're not fun to talk to, you're not fun to hear, you're like you're like a wet blanket. Like, because he's not, because Canelo, and I think maybe Canelo has a like he just learned English type of thing, so he just says like crazy things. So you're just like, oh man, like look at this guy. But Crawford is just like,
He's dry.
yeah, and just like, oh, he's gonna find out. I'm not scared of anybody. You're like, all right, cool, man. Like, no one's saying you're scared of anybody. I don't know. Like, who said you're scared?
Yeah.
And it's just, he's just so boring. He reminds you a lot like LeBron. Like LeBron will like say stuff like, "They said I was the Wash King." You're like, who? Who said that? And it's like some random like guy on Twitter who has like 5 followers. And it's like
Right. Yeah.
nobody who like watches ball is saying that you're washed, bro. Like nobody. And this is like Crawford is the same. Like, oh, everyone thinks I'm scared, and but like nobody thinks you're scared, dude. It's just nobody thinks you have a shot, but nobody thinks you're scared. You're just too small. You just like it. Just what you're attempting to do is almost dangerous, really, and it's strictly, according to what he has said, strictly for the check. Which I mean, when
Yeah.
you got 8 kids, I mean, I get it. I get it. I guess you
Oh
need
yeah.
like you need all the checks you can cash when you have 8 kids. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
it's sad. It's a sad state of affairs for the sport of boxing because this is supposed to be the biggest event, and it's just like, all right, cool.
I was I was getting into it with Trevor about his boy
Mm-hmm.
that just fought Chavez Jr.
Mm-hmm.
quote unquote fought Chavez Jr. But he'll always give me crap. He's like, you can't be like, you never give Jay like a fair shake. Like you're just a hater, blah blah. And I'm like, I was like, hold up. I was like, you're not gonna sit here and tell me that I'm like biased because I was like, he's heard me. He's heard you and I talk
You're like,
about.
calm down, Larry Merchant.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm just like, you've heard us like criticize Canelo. I was like, so like you can't say that I'm just like a complete homer.
Mm.
I was like, I agree with you. I was like, I agree with most people. I was like, Canelo should have fight Benavidez, and the fact that he hasn't is like, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Soft. Yeah.
I have yeah, but I was like, so you can't tell me that when I talk about Jake that I'm not being like subjective. I was like,
Mm.
I've talked bad about my own guy because he's not fighting who he should be fighting,
Right.
and he has no good reason. It's not. It's just it is
The
what it
money's
is.
not right. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm just like, whatever, bro. I was like, I don't want to hear it from you.
Yeah. He landed what? I was reading he landed in the he's now in the cruiserweight top whatever top contenders now, so he can fight for a world title apparently.
Whatever that means, bro.
Which part of me would like to see that because if you're gonna get in there with a real guy
Right? Yeah, 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 yeah.
who's not gonna accept your, I don't know. Is it conspiracy theory? Is there truth behind the fact that he pays these guys to let him win? Not Chavez, because Chavez is garbage, but like, because I've heard that, I'm like, is that true? And then I saw the Tyson one. I'm like, dude, Tyson looked like he was old, but I don't know. Like there was stuff that I'm like, dude, he left that punch off. Like he didn't. Like he could have
Right, right, yeah.
landed
I
that.
don't, I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm on the train of like the whole like fix thing, but with
Yeah.
me, it's just like claiming to want to like, well, like first off, like claiming you love boxing, and then claim that you like want to be world champ. I'm like, all right, well, like fight some dudes that actually know how to fight and that are younger, like at your age. I was like, win or lose, I was like, I respect that a lot more than you just picking off these like old UFC guys and like boxer guys.
Right. Who
Like
are
I
there
remember,
clearly for a check? Yeah.
yeah, and so like I remember, what's his name? Eddie Hearn was like, oh, dude, you should fight Chef Clark. I got this young guy. He's just turning pro, Olympic medalist. I'm like, if you're really about boxing, I was like, you should fight this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so Trevor was like, "Oh, he demolished him." I was like, "But like, make the effort if you want. If you're saying you want to be like a world champion, you want to fight good guys. I'm like, let's start fighting
You're
some
saying
good
you're a real
guys."
boxer. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, "Why?" I was like, and he's like, "Oh, he's learning. He's learning." And I'm like, "Bro," I was like, and he so he tried. He always tries to compare any pro fighters like first 10 opponents to like Jake's first 10 opponents, and I'm like, dude, I was like, you do realize Canelo was 15. Like it's a totally different thing. Your guys, come on, man. You can't give me like one good like competitive fight.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. Is there something that you're casual about?
Casual
Yeah.
basketball and baseball. I mean, I don't watch enough of either of those to really know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You just jump in the good moments.
Yeah, or I'm like, oh dang, that looks good. Yeah, like, well, I think this team would win. And it's like, bro, but you
Yeah.
haven't. That's why when I hear you and Gary talk about it, I'm just like, dang, like these guys actually know like what they're talking about with these
Yeah.
guys. You know,
Yeah, because it made me think that the whole UFC thing made me think like I feel like everyone needs like a little like casual interest.
you need a casual space to go and like let like
Yeah,
the
just get
craziness out and just like, you know, like just
just dumbfounded that all the crazy take.
right. But you got to let out those like impulsive sports takes where
Right, right,
if it looks good and it sounds good, like all right, that's the guy I'm going with. He's gonna
right.
win. And you're like,
Yeah,
bro.
like all the cowboy fan in you, you just gotta
Yeah,
let
yeah, exactly,
it.
exactly.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
over here, man.
We're going to Super Bowl, and it's like, bro,
We the boys.
have you watched any football in the last like 25 years for that organization? I'm like,
Man.
but
I had never met a cowboy fan until I was working at some warehouse. And I had never met them. So I would hear the stereotype. And I'm like, dude, I have
right.
never met this person before. And then I met a cowboy fan and he was like straight out of Central Casting. And you're like, I'm like, dude, you guys are like this, huh? Like this is just your vibe. Like this is
And all he said was he's like, we them boys. That's it. And you're like, bro,
yeah, and
are
you're
you for real
just
right now? Like, are you a person? Like,
and the whole season was like, oh boy, Dak, blah 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 blah. And then
CD
they
land, like, yeah.
yeah, and then they lose in the playoffs. And he shows up the next day and he's like bummed out, bro. Like he is not lying to you, like almost crying. I just want to cry, man. And I couldn't stop laughing. But I'm like, dude, this dude, like this person exists. Like this is a real this is like a cowboy fan. Like
You
this.
were almost like the chick on the airplane. Like, you are not real right now, bro. Like,
Yeah.
are you serious? You're real? Like,
Because it was just such a it's like, dude, like you guys lost in the wild card game, bro. Like I understand if this was like Super Bowl or like NFC
NFC
Championship
change. Yeah,
game,
exactly. Yeah.
and it's like you're right there. But like wild card game, bro. Like you guys weren't even supposed to win that. Like you're this like I don't know. It was just like, dude, like what the heck? And the next year is like, oh man, this is our year, and you're like, like all right, bro, all right. So Cowboy fans are really out here, just like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I feel like it's the Cowboy fans, Steeler fans, and Raiders. They're the same. You're just like copy and pasting.
Yeah,
Like they're
just
always
different
like,
colors.
we're gonna do, yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. It's like,
I
bro,
think Raider fans are. I think to me, because I've been around more Raider fans,
right?
they're the like when people talk about the Cowboy fan, I always think of Raider fans.
Yeah,
You're right. It is a copy paste because it's like, dude, your team is garbage, has been garbage, and you're holding on to a 2002 team. Like, let it go, man. Like,
yeah.
let it go. Let Rich Gannon enjoy his retirement, bro. Like,
Rich cat,
like just let it go, bro. Please.
bro.
Tim Brown isn't walking through those doors, man. Like, yeah,
Oh my gosh.
it's and it's
Or they
dude.
talk about like the Bucks, like, bro, like superano, like let like Gruden got you guys. That's it. Like just move on, bro. Like come on, like just
Yeah, yeah, let it go, man. Yeah, it's such a yeah. It's weird. It's a
that's
weird
crazy.
like set of mind to be in because they're not casual at all. They're like die hard. They watch everything like, but it's
They're just delusional.
yeah, it's like casual fan behavior with die hard fan knowledge. And it's like that's like the ultimate level of like fandom. Like when you're
Yeah.
equally delusional but equally like invested,
Right.
like that's the like person that breaks TVs and calls off of work because
Right. Yeah. Don't talk. I'm not coming in tomorrow. Like,
don't talk to me. Like that's that person. Like, bro, like
have you seen that video of the Bears fan who's like all decked out in his Bears gear, and the Bears are losing, and I think his girlfriend's like recording him,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like, oh, you're actually mad, and he's like, this has been my team for the last 22 years. I've known you 6 months, and I'm just like, bro, chill. It's not that deep. Like, it's like you're gonna be fine. The Bears are gonna be fine. Like, just
Although to defend that guy, I don't like the person that like dismisses it.
oh yeah, yeah.
Because that's what she was doing. She was like, dude, it's just a game. And I'm like, okay, just because you don't care doesn't mean, let me care. Like, if this is how I care and let me, like, not be happy for like 45 minutes, let me be. Like, think, don't belittle me just because I care about the results of this sports game. And that's where I'm like, you know what? I'm with the guy. Yeah.
But I think there's got to be a balance because, like you said, it's like if you're calling out for work, 45 minutes, I get like that's like that. I feel like that's healthy. Like
Yeah, yeah. Because
if you're broken
that's what
like
it
the rest of
seemed
that
it was
meeting,
with this guy. Like
yeah.
he wasn't like on the floor crying. Have you seen the video of this Chivas fan and he's like crying and they're like and the guy's like, what did he say? Like, tu familia, tus hijos están mirando. Have you seen it? Here,
No,
I'll pull it up and show it to
send it to
you.
me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, keep talking about.
Oh my gosh.
I'll pull it up.
Chivas, man, bro. Let's see.
Yeah, but it's
Shout out to Angel and his music selections for his page, bro. Hey, that was nice, man. I also do enjoy like I'm because I'm not a big like I don't know like a ton of rock, but I'll watch his stories and I'm just like, oh, that's a good song, or I'm like, oh, it's a song I used to listen to. I was like, oh, this is a nice song.
mm,
So when he put that one on, I was like, okay, dang,
what's his name? It's
freaking Eli and Jared, bro. I love those guys, man. They're so funny.
all right. Let me share my screen with you. We'll do this in real time. Share. All right, can you see it?
Yeah, yeah.
So here we go.
Ya, Gonzalo. Agua con los chavillos. Te están viendo tus hijos, Gonzalo. Compórtate ya, hijo.
Te están viendo tus hijos, Gonzalo.
He's like,
Compórtate
compórtate,
ya.
bro.
So yeah, that's insane behavior. Your
Yeah,
kids are
so that guy, you're like, hey, bro, like, chill out, like, yeah,
your kids are here, man. Come on.
yeah. Oh my gosh,
Bro, that video always cracks me up, bro.
dang.
Gonzalo.
I don't think I've ever like, okay. Thankfully, I haven't been around anyone that's like that bad, you know? Like
Hmm.
honestly, the worst, and I say worst as in like just based on what I've seen, but like the worst I've had to like deal with is like when we did the pod after the Niners lost. And even then that's like I get it. It's a Super Bowl. Like it makes
Right.
sense.
And then it wore off after like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like dude, I cannot imagine like even like Sam like with the Lakers, like I've watched games with him where they're losing and he just gets quiet. He just like shuts off the game and he's like
Right.
and he
Right.
just goes to his room and I'm like, that's it. And I'm like, all right, I get it. But I've never seen him. I've never been like around like the crying ones, and I'm like, because at that
Yeah.
point I'd be like, bro, like, can you like, can you settle that? Like, there's next season. Like, there's relax.
Yeah.
You know what I
I've
mean?
never I've never been around like
like tears.
A lunatic like that. Not like a grown person. I've seen a little kid.
Right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I used to be the little kid that would cry when the Niners would lose, but I've
At that
never,
age, that makes sense. Like that's
yeah, I've never seen like a grown man like lose it. You
bro.
know,
Could you imagine like the ones that like smashed the TV? I'm like, are you
dude,
for
that's
real right now?
insane.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, you know how much that cost? I'm like,
Every time I see that, I'm like,
I'm about to
that,
cry for the TV. I'm like, that why? Like,
yeah, that's crazy. That makes me like if I know you broke, I'm like, bro, I don't know, I don't want to watch games with you, bro. Like I'm good. Like nah, man. You watch it in your house.
bro,
You can get mad and break my TV. Nah,
bro, were you? I think you told me you were, but were you like worried when you told us that story about like Sam and like was it Gerson playing video games?
dude,
Were you like, bro, like, do we need to like step outside? Like,
bro, he was insane, bro. His mom got up and was like, she was like this, like, calmate, get
yeah,
fuck.
like your friends. These are your
Yeah,
friends. You're like, bro.
bro, dude, that was, and that was over a video game, bro. That wasn't
Oh my
even,
gosh.
it was over a video game.
Oh man.
And Sammy's like, oh, I'm scared for my life, and
Bro, typical. Oh my god. That's
yeah,
Sammy, bro.
dude, yeah, crash outs are people that crash out over sports. It's like, dude,
That's a lot. That's
yeah, even like the people that crash out over like the traffic crash outs. You're like, dude,
oh yeah.
this is dangerous, bro. Like, how are you this worked up? How? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on in your life that you get like this worked up over? Like,
Traffic delay. Yeah.
yeah, I've never understood, and maybe you understand. You can explain to me. I never understood when people get crazy over like he cut me off, and I'm just
Oh,
like,
me either. Yeah. I mean,
I'm always like, okay, like, and so what? You're gonna follow them for like 5 miles? Like, what are you
that's
doing?
yeah. That's yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I've never understood like road rage, like the like real road rage, you know, because
Right.
like, I'll get it when I'm driving and someone does something stupid and you're like, oh, you idiot. And then it's over. The moment is over. But the people that like get stuck with it, that ruins their day and they're like kind of just honking,
Yeah.
like, and you're just like, dude, what is happening with you right now, man? And I don't get it. I've never understood
I'm the
people.
guy that's always like, if someone ever like does something or like cuts me off, we tip most of the times we end up like at the same red light, and when we get there, I'm like, yeah, we're at the same. We're still at the same place.
Yeah.
Like, oh wow, you beat me here by like 2 seconds to get to the same
Right.
light, and I'm
You're
like,
in front of me. Good for you.
yeah, I'm like, where could you be going? That's so important. Like, just, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird the crash outs is it's a weird thing.
I'll see. Okay, so like, cause like I'm doing like summer camp again. You know, I mean, we play games with the youngsters. You know, we be out there
Right.
like doing, and bro, some of my coworkers, they'll be like participation trophy vibes, kind of. And I'm like,
Mm,
no, no, no. I'm like, no, we're gonna compete. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, this is dodgeball. This is dodgeball. I was like, we're like, absolutely not. I was like, and some kids like just like you'll tell them the rules, and I'll be cracking up because like this kid will get like tagged out with the dodgeball, and he's
Yeah.
out, and then I call it jailbreak. That's like when they can all go back in, when like
Hmm.
and this same kid will get like tagged out again, like fair and square. Like another kid just like sniped him from across the way, and he's like, I got you, got him, And the kid will be like, but that wasn't fair. And I'm like, dude, you weren't keeping your head on a swivel, and little time he got you, bro. I don't know what
Yeah.
to tell you. You're
Right.
out, fuera, get out of here. But they'll be throwing a fit, and I'm like, hey man, like rules are rules. Like you lost. I was like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. And some kids will be like throwing like fits, and I'm like, oh, this is what they mean when like people say that they're not showing kids like how to handle loss, like in simple things. I'm like, this is just
Yeah.
it drives me insane.
Yeah.
I like
Well, it starts with like saying no, and like kids don't know how to accept no. And I tell
right,
them no,
right,
and they just freak out. And you're like, what? What do you?
yeah. I'm starting to use the like well, why can't we? I'm like, because I said so, bro. I'm like,
Mm.
it's just it is what I'm the one in charge here. I was like,
Yeah.
that's, and they're like, eh. And I'm like, yeah, bro, that's power right there.
Right.
But yeah, yeah, my coworkers will be like, no, what about? I'm like, no, no, no. I was like, we're not, no, fair and square, win or lose. That's it. I was like, that's, yeah. But then I do have some kids that like they like they'll be crashing out like when they get tagged out, and I'm just like, dude, take a deep breath. We're gonna play again in 5 minutes. So I was like, just it's not that
Yeah, it's
deep.
not the end of the world. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I had one kid that he got tagged out and he kicked the ball into like a neighboring court, and we had like tennis clinics going on,
Mm.
like real important, And so I sent this kid. I was like, bro, I was like, go in there, apologize to the instructors because you disrupted your lesson, and get back over here. I was like, what is your problem? I was like, just because you got tagged out. I was like, come on, man. And they'll be all like, and they'll be like muttering stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to hear it, bro. Get in there and apologize. And they'll be like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, yeah, dude. A tantrum over dodgeball. Get a grip, dude. Come on.
Cálmate, Gonzalo.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I'll be like, your friends are watching, bro. Your friends are watching, bro. Gonzalo, bro, Gonzalo, and like Rodrigo. I always knew guys named like Rodrigo, like in middle
Yeah,
school, or Octavio. I knew an Octavio. Um,
dude, man.
I love those names, but I also just can't help but like chuckle at those names. They're just so old school. I'm like, they named
I
me
know, like
Gonzalo, bro. Like
someone's mom was like, "Yeah, Gonzalo." They're like,
Gonzalo. Yeah,
"Dang, this kid's already 35."
yeah. Oh,
Oh man,
Rodrigo. Like when they're mad at him, you're like, oh,
yeah, Rodrigo.
bro. Do you remember that guy Evaristo at Evanesced?
Yeah, yeah,
That guy was funny, dude. I remember when I first met him, I was with Leo Zambrano, and like Leo went over and like said hi to him. Hey, oh, cómo está, hermano? Blah, blah, that stuff. And then he walked away, and Leo was like cracking up. And I was like, "What's so funny?" And he's like, just his name, bro. Like Evaristo. It's like it's just. And I'm like, what? But now that I'm like, oh yeah, it's up there with like Gonzalo, Rodrigo,
yeah. Avelino,
Avelino, bro. Shout out to Avelino, bro.
Avelino Chinchilla.
Bro.
Yeah,
Oh man.
I remember one time we were doing a Christmas play at church, and I did like some like I like I didn't do a wrestling, but I like pretended to do like the choke slam on Avelino,
Right.
and his mom was like, no, 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 eso no se hace, and I'm like, what? I'm just playing. Like, no, no,
You're
eso
like, it's broma. You're like, yeah. You're like,
no
it's a
se
joke.
no se juega así, lo puedes lastimar. And I'm like, why was it like what? Like I was like actually gonna
You're like,
choke slam
yeah,
him.
I don't go around actually like doing WWE moves on like my peers at church.
And Avelino was just like staring at me like.
Was it the kind of look like? Was he like in agreement, or was he like, "Yo, my bad about my mom"? Like, could you tell? Like, was he like,
Yeah, he was just like a little embarrassed, like,
"Yeah, that makes sense."
my bad.
Because my mom would do stuff like that too, and I'm like, "Bro, like, can you not? I'm with my friends, please."
Yeah, but I look forward to more of the Kool-Aid from Ilya Tuporia. Excited.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. See that like he's one of those guys that it's like Connor. Like he has that star power quality. Like he speaks well. You
Yeah,
learn
he
his
speaks
contenders.
English really well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, because
But
like Connor had a similar thing where like Connor beat all the guys at 145, beat the champ 145. Like he had like his historic run, and
yeah.
it's like with Topuria, it's like, dang, bro, you're doing it in a similar fashion. So
I do I am confused on his like so he's born in Germany, but he's half Georgian, half Spaniard. And I'm just like, what? Like and he walks around with the Spanish and Georgia flag.
yeah, I don't know, bro.
I don't get it. But I'm just casual. I don't have to get it. I
I
don't
wonder. I wonder if it was like a military thing where like he was born in Germany, but
mm,
because like you'll always meet people
that
like that.
makes
They're
sense.
like
Yeah.
they're born on a base in like Korea, but like two American parents, and it's like, oh, they're American, and I'm like, how does
Right.
that work exactly? But I don't know. Yeah, I
That
saw
makes
Georgian too, and I was like, oh, there's another place named Georgia outside of the state of Georgia. And I was like,
yeah.
huh, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I look forward to that. The casual
yeah.
sea life is
The growth of casual germ.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, because we were
I like that.
watching Wednesday before the Mexico game. Uh, we were watching like clips of UFC fights, and we saw the Cain Velasquez and
Junior Dos Santos.
Santos.
Yeah,
The first one where,
I watched that one with you guys.
yeah, at Renee's house,
Yeah, yeah.
and Eliza was like, "How do you not like this? Like, what don't you like about this?" And I was like, "It's not like I get why the appeal, like it's exciting, and the randomness of it, like it's just I just prefer boxing. I feel like there's more skill involved in boxing and less randomness than in UFC. Like there's a lot of skill in UFC, a lot of like, you know, stuff like that. But there's also like random like, oh, he just got hit with a knee, like that's it, or like the JD is like he just kind of threw the punch and he had thrown the punch before and he missed it, and it was like a crazy wailing of the punch, like it wasn't. And then he got him in the back. Like it wasn't like this like precise like trapped him, fell into my trap. Here we go, boom. Like it was
Right.
nothing like that. But I'm like, yeah, I get it. I get why people like lose their mind because it's like, yeah, some dude just got knocked out, and that just like hits at the most primal level that we are.
Yeah.
So I get it. I understand.
I think it's improving. I think it's like because it's one of those things where because also because they're allowed to grapple, you'll have a bunch of like freak knockouts. Like I think there's one with like who's the Korean? They call him Zombie. He's like a Korean guy, but
Mhm.
dudes will get knocked out when they'll be on top of someone and they might stumble and someone's heel happens to be like going up in the air and hit someone in the chin as they're like.
Mm.
So you have a lot of that, but I think as more guys work on striking, it'll get better because like
Yeah.
before you just have because they're able to grapple and kick. There's so many different areas you have to watch out for, so you just can't account for
Mm.
like feints and all that. Because
Right. Right.
the whole thing is like, oh, if you feint a lot in like MMA, it's like you're gonna get clipped with like a kick because they can kick, and so it's like that's why it's such like a apples and oranges, and you have
Yeah.
guys that are better at striking, some that are just have ground game. So, but what Topuria was saying in one of the interviews, he's like, oh, in MMA, he's like, you don't see a lot of long combinations. Like guys just do like very minimal 1 2 1 2 3.
Right.
He's like, but
Right.
guys aren't rattling off 4 5 6 punches. He's like, and there's a reason why, but I feel like people can still do a better job of incorporating all that into the striking of the UFC.
Yeah.
And so I was like, this guy ain't bad. All right.
Yeah. Masvidal was saying like I guess he's like really strong, Topuria, because I saw like a TikTok video where Masvidal was like, "He's coming, man. Like there's this, the guy I'm training with, he's really good, blah blah blah." And it
Oh
was,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like before Topuria became Topuria, and he's like he's
There's a lot of guys like that. Like there's
dense and strong, and I'm like, oh,
yeah.
cool.
Like do you ever watch Yoel Romero fight? He's like
No.
a Cuban. He's older now. He's a Cuban guy, but he came to the UFC when he was already old. He was like 35
Hmm.
getting into the UFC. But he was trained in Cuba, like, and this is the whole thing. Like, this is where you get like all like the conspiracy theorists. But they're like, yeah, no one knows exactly what the Cuban training regimen was for wrestling, and so a lot of the guys that came out of there, they're like just freak athletes.
Mm.
And if you look at Yoel Romero, he's like jacked. He's like enormous. And Masvidal too was like, bro, I would train with him. He's like, I used to watch him wrestle when I was like really young in Florida. And he's like, that guy doesn't lift weight, almost like a Bo Jackson. He's like, he doesn't lift weights. He just happens to look that massive, but he just does. I worked out with him, and all he does is like push ups, pull ups, and like box jumps. And he's a massive individual. He's like, but a lot of guys that have fought him, they're like, bro, when you kick him, it feels like you're kicking like a concrete wall. Like he's just so like dense. And so you have these random guys that like they're strong. Like obviously everybody's strong there, but it's like you have guys that have the like exceptional genetic
It's like a
advantage.
superpower. Yeah.
It's like a superpower. And he's like, and it's weird. Like there's a story of Romero, like he fractured something in his eye.
Oh, okay, that
Have you
guy.
seen that? Yeah, that guy. And they took him to a doctor, and like, bro, his tendons are massive. Like no other human being I've seen has
And they're
tendons
like
that big.
repairing already. Something like
Yeah, yeah. And so like people have like, oh, like I've sparred with him, and it's like it's crazy how he only weighs 185 because he looks like a professional bodybuilder, and those guys are all just like. So I think what's so weird is the thing where like they're just really dense and compact guys, and it's like, dude, how is someone that small, that strong?
Yeah.
But they got to make 145 and then 155, but they hit like someone who weighs like 170.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah, because he was saying Masvidal was saying that he had at the time I want to say he was 145 pounder
yeah,
Taporia, and Masvidal was saying he hit like a 175 pounder.
yeah,
And that's when Masvidal he said that's when he realized like, oh man, he's gonna get
he's special.
with 145, 155 and touch them and they're gonna like crumble. Because his power is at the 175 level. And I'm like, oh, what the heck? Like that's something.
Well, like Canelo, like 13 years old, knocking out
Yeah.
grown men, and they would call him Tyson. You're like, bro,
Yeah.
13 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's that God-given kind of power where it's like, oh, dude, you can only train so much to like attain that. You're born with that, and then you develop it and all that. So.
Yeah, you can enhance it a little bit, but
right. Or for the average guy, it's like you can really work hard to like, you know, like me, I can only do so many drills to like be an MLB player, but it's like I just don't have. Whereas these other guys, like, oh, they're born with like the hand-eye coordination, and then they develop it. But it's like, yeah. Yeah, man. What do you got going on today? Renee's or what?
I think that's gonna be how the evening
How the night ends.
Yeah, with the show. We're going to 70 Stia's house, and it's 4th of July things. Enjoying America's win. England blew a 13 colony lead. So shout out to America.
Nice.
Yeah.
Burgers and dogs, or what do they do over there for Stephanie's?
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Hopefully it's a hot dog. I love hot dogs.
Nice.
Hot dog with mayo and mustard.
You're a Nathan's guy. I saw that. I saw you mention
Dude,
that.
Nathan's or Hebrew Nationals?
Dude, those are bomb, bro.
Yeah.
I had never because my dad would just, if you know my dad, you know what kind of stuff he buys. But yeah, Huffy, Ballpark, Farmer John's. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just
No. What's the other one? Dole? No. What's the other one?
Food.
Food.
FUD.
Food. Yeah.
I grew up on food, Farmer John, Ballpark,
Yeah.
Huffy, And it wasn't until like maybe like 2-3 years ago where I was at the store and I was like, man, let me see what this Hebrew National is talking about. And then I saw the Nathans too, so I tried them both and I was like, all right, I get the appeal. Like these are pretty good.
Yeah.
Just all beef.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro.
But yeah. Nice.
What do you have?
I'm working. We have like a 4th of July party. So, okay, bro, people still ask, and I'm like, are you like, they'll be like, so when is your 4th of July party again? And I'm like, bro,
You just answered it.
That's like, when was the War of 1812 fought? It's like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. It's there.
When is Cinco de Mayo again?
Yeah. Wait, when is Cinco de Mayo? It's like, bro, man, that asco, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we do so it's cool because like it's like a ticketed party, and across the street from the facility, there's a park, and they have like a big fireworks show. So people can like bring their own lawn chairs. We feed them. It's like a buffet style. Like we do like tri-tip chicken. But you have like an excellent seat to see the fireworks, and since we have our own parking lots, because there's a lot like down the way, but it's like it's a dirt lot that they just outfit with like chalk and a couple like lanyards.
Yeah.
And so we have like our own little lots. Like they don't get super packed. You know who's parking in the lot with you? Like they're just other members of the club.
Yeah.
So I'll be doing that.
Nice.
Trevor will be bartending, I think. So
up until what time?
Like 10, I think.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah, so it's not too bad. Like, you're not out there like all hours of the night. So
yeah.
And they feed you and everything. So I'm like, I'm gonna eat good today.
Right.
So
nice.
But yeah, so I'm just chilling until then.
Cool. Nice, man. Anything to plug?
August 28th, Conscious in the Plaza, downtown St. Louis. September 13th, Whale Rock Music Festival. That's a pretty big festival. Young the Giant is the headliner, if you know Young the Giant.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's pretty much it. Oh, and then Garrick is dropping an album. Shout out to
Next
Garrick.
week. Yeah.
Next week, yeah. So check that out.
Listen to Steel G. Pretty
Still
good
G.
track. Yeah.
Look out for Silly Goose.
Nice. There you go. You have a final thought?
People should dream more tepache. That's it. This like changed my life this morning. Boom. Get it.
Nice.
Am I being dramatic? Maybe, but
Yeah.
figure it out.
It's
Have a
good.
tepache.
It's
It's delicious. It's scrumptious.
Yeah.
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 This one was pineapple and mango, but yeah, delicious. What about you?
My final thought is I've been watching El Chavo a lot, and I was reading this thing of Chespirito and how he started El Chavo, and they had asked him how come he didn't have like kids play those characters, because like El Chavo's supposed to be a little kid, Kiko, La Chilindrina, they're all supposed to be little kids, Ñoño, and he said he doesn't like kid actors, and he didn't like to hire kid actors because it robbed kids of their innocence and their childhood, and that all child actors, none of them grow up to be normal people, and so that's why he didn't do it, to protect the kids. And I'm like, dude, that's awesome.
That makes sense.
And when he was making the show, they were telling the like production was like, hey, we don't want a little kid show. He's like, it's not a little kid show, it's a show for families, it's a show for everyone, and it's a show for adults that little kids will like, but it's not a little kid show. So I just like that perspective of like protecting kids. And I thought, like, man, like imagine they were to do that now, that would be insane. First, like people would be like, what is happening? But I just loved his reasoning. So my final thought is shout out to Chespirito and Chavo del Ocho. Enjoy their content. YouTube, not YouTube, Netflix, please bring those guys back, man, please. So that's it. I just thought that was super cool. Like,
nice.
His reasoning behind it was like, yeah,
that makes sense, because
I don't want that to the kids.
You see like child actors, and like it's weird, by the time they reach adulthood,
they're so jaded.
Yeah, but like, you also tell like bro, you can tell they're like worn out of doing that.
Yeah.
Like for example, like I mean, she's a great actor, but like Dakota Fanning, because she's been like, you can see in movies, you're just like, do you want to keep doing this? Like, you've been doing it for like what, 20 years now. You started so young.
And then there's the dark side of it, the Bieber, the
Drake Bell,
crazy, Amanda Bynes.
Yeah.
And you're just like, dude, man, like that sucked. Yeah. So yeah, keep your kids off of the big screen until they're older, and yeah. But we do need someone to replace Pedro Pascal, man. They got to put that.
Nah.
Put that guy on the shelf for a little bit, man.
Nah.
Put him on the shelf. Hey, I got Eliza on my side, so.
Who? Nah, man.
Put Pedro on a just. He's
you got Vicky too, I think, on your side apparently.
He's Vicky. Kevin Hart from like 2019.
No, but he's actually good. He's good.
I'm just like, dude, do we not have other actors? Do we not have other, like, what is like? Come on.
Okay, I agree with that side of like the industry, because like you'll have people that make movies, and it's crazy. Like I'm like, do people not have auditions for roles anymore? Because it's just like, even like someone like Denzel, he was saying that he hadn't auditioned for a movie in like 30 plus years. He's like, people just come to me with the ideas already. And I feel like we're being robbed of like discovering other young new actors that can just do some of these roles. So I agree with that aspect of it. It's like, bro, like maybe like because it was the same thing with like when they cast Ben Affleck as Batman, and I thought he did a good job, but I'm like, maybe we could have seen another young guy take up the mantle of Batman, you know. And that was the thing with like Henry Cavill, the previous Superman. He was like virtually unknown. He had done just a couple of like movies and shows,
Right.
and I was super skeptical. I was like, oh, bro, I don't know. I just always imagined Christopher Reeve. And so when he did the movie, I was like, okay, he did a good job. And this is his like stepping stone to becoming, you know, like a household name.
Right.
So, yeah, I like Pedro. Pedro's cool though. I keep getting his clips from Game of Thrones when he's just like talking crap to like Tywin and Cersei, and I'm like, this guy's a G, bro. Like, that's the one that gets me. I'm like, this guy's cool, bro.
You're like, all right, he could do another 10 movies.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right. Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th.
Shout out to the clip, the viral clip, the Terry. Watch out, Terry. Everybody stay safe. Don't blow your hand off. And yeah. God bless America. I'll talk to you later. That's the pod. Thank you to David. Thank you to Angel. Thank you to Triumph. Thank you for listening. I will be back next week with more pods. So enjoy this one. So I will. Yeah. So happy 4th of July. Have a safe one. Don't blow your hand off like we talked about on the pod. And let's do roll call. The Red Sox won in just like emphatic fashion today. The bats are awake and they're feeling good. 11-2 versus the Nationals. The game was at 8 a.m. our time or my time here in Southern California. So shout out to them for pulling it out. And then we have Real Madrid playing later today. So Hala Madrid as against Dortmund later on today at 1 p.m. So fairly soon, actually. And so, yeah. And then we got Mexico for USA on Sunday. So hopefully that turns out well. So that's it. That's all I have for you. So I'm very hopeful the Red Sox might get to 500 by the end of the weekend. Let's go Sox. The Arizona Podcast is brought to you by Triumph Protective Coatings, a flooring company that specializes in epoxy flooring and concrete resurfacing systems. They speak Spanish, they're in the LA area, and they are an amazing company to work with. They have awesome customer service, and they give you honest quotes with great work. And I couldn't recommend them enough. So if you use the promo code ARROWSUP, you get a 15% off on your next project. So call them, reach out to them. You can find them on the internet, triumphcoatingsca.com, and you can request a free quote and all that fun stuff. You can follow them on Instagram, triumph_coatings. And they do speak Spanish, and they do great work, like I said. So check them out. Promo code ARROWSUP, 15% off your next